In the 40 years I've been born, I have never actually taken the time to watch The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews. But now that I've just more recently gotten to watch it on Disney Plus, I am proud to bring to you a review of this classic, which turned 55 years old earlier this year. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. And this time around I bring to you a review of the 1965 musical drama The Sound of Music. Originally released by Fox, directed by Robert Wise. The film is an adaptation of the stage musical of the same name composed by Richard Rodgers with lyrics by Oscar Hammerstein II. Of course, which was then 6 years before this movie came out. The film stars Julie Andrews, who the previous year did Mary Poppins for Disney, and Christopher Plummer, with Richard Hayden and Eleanor Parker and a host of others. Of course, this film is, well, let me back up a bit. The screenplay for the film was written by Ernest Lehman, adapted from the stage musical's book by Lindsay and Krause. Based on the 1949 memoir, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers by Maria von Trapp, the film is about a young Austrian postulant in Salzburg, Austria in 1938 who was sent to the villa of a retired naval officer and widower to be a governess to his 7 children. And after bringing love and music into the lives of the family, she marries the officer and together with the children finds a way to survive the loss of their homeland to the Nazis. So let's get into our story. Now, Julie Andrews plays Maria, a free-spirited young Austrian woman studying to become a nun at Naumburg Abbey in Salzburg in 1938. Her youthful enthusiasm, and lack of discipline cause some concern. The mother abbess sends Maria to the villa of retired naval officer Captain George von Trapp to be governess to his 7 children, Liesel, Frederick, Louisa, Kurt, Brigitte, Martha, and Gretel. The captain has been raising his children alone using strict military discipline following the death of his first wife. Although the children misbehave at first, Maria responds with kindness and patience, and soon the children come to trust and respect her. While the captain is away in Vienna, Maria makes play clothes for the children and takes them around Salzburg and the surrounding mountains, and she teaches them how to sing. When the captain returns to the villa with Baroness Elsa Schrader, a wealthy socialite, and their mutual friend Max Detweiler, they are greeted by Maria and the children returning from a boat ride on the lake that concludes when their boat overturns. Displeased by his children's clothes and activities, which the clothes were made by the drapes in Maria's room, the captain orders her to return to the abbey. Just then he hears singing coming from inside the house and is astonished to see his children singing for the Baroness. Filled with emotion, the captain joins his children, singing for the first time in years. Afterwards, he apologizes to Maria and asks her to stay. Impressed by the children's singing, Max proposes he enter them in the upcoming Salzburg festival, but the suggestion is immediately rejected by the captain as he does not allow his children to sing in public. He does agree, however, to organize a grand party at the villa. The night of the party, while guests in formal attire waltz in the ballroom, Maria and the children look on from the garden terrace. When the captain notices Maria teaching Kurt the traditional Landler, I may not pronounce it correctly, folk dance, he cuts in and partners with Maria in a graceful performance. culminating in a close embrace. Confused about her feelings, Maria blushes and breaks away. Later, the Baroness, who noticed the captain's attraction to Maria, hides her jealousy while convincing Maria that she must return to the Abbey. Back at the Abbey, when Mother Abbess learns that Maria has stayed in seclusion to avoid her feelings for the captain, she encourages her to return to the villa to look for her life. After Maria returns to the villa, she learns about the captain's engagement to the Baroness and agrees to stay until they find a replacement governess. The captain's feelings for Maria, however, have not changed, and after breaking off his engagement, the captain marries Maria. Now to the ending. You got 5 seconds to stop. Fast forward to the time below by going to the description box, or if you have seen the movie, please proceed. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. While they are on their honeymoon, Max enters the children in the Salzburg Festival against their father's wishes. When they learn that Austria has been annexed by the Third Reich and the Anschluss, the couple return to their home, where a telegram awaits informing the captain that he must report to the German naval base at Bremerhaven to accept a commission in the German Navy. Strongly opposed to the Nazis and the Anschluss, the captain tells his family that he must leave Austria immediately. So, that night, as the Von Trapp family attempt to leave, they are stopped by a group of brown shirts waiting outside the villa. When questioned by Gauleiter Hans Zeller, the captain maintains they are headed to the Salzburg Festival to perform. Zeller insists on escorting them to the festival, after which his men will accompany the captain to Bremerhaven. Later that night at the festival, during their final number, the Von Trapp family slip away and seek shelter at the nearby abbey, where Mother Abbess hides them in the cemetery crypt. Brown shirts soon arrive and search the abbey, but the family is able to escape using the caretaker's car. When the soldiers attempt to pursue, they discover their cars will not stop as 2 nuns have removed parts from the engines. The next morning, after driving to the Swiss border, the Von Trapp family make their way on foot across the frontier into Switzerland to safety and freedom. End of story. Sorry for the moment of silence. But anyway, so now after finally seeing it, what did I think of The Sound of Music? Well, I must admit, despite being almost 3 hours, which wouldn't be the first time I've gone through a 3-hour movie or so. I mean, you knew I could get through the 3-hour long run of Avengers Endgame last year, you know. Now, I made it through many other movies that come close to 3 hours or more, like, say, the Godfather movies and, let's see, oh yeah, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Scarface, and of course, Titanic. But anyway, I thought this was not bad than I had thought it would be. I didn't even fall asleep through this movie. I almost did, but I didn't. Anyway, though critics were mixed on the film, but it was a big success, becoming a big hit movie at the box office and the highest grossing film of 1965. By the following year, the film had become the highest grossing film of all time, surpassing Gone with the Wind, and held that distinction for 5 years. Anyway, now it had an initial theatrical release that lasted 4.5 years and then 2 successful re-releases. The film went on to make $286 million worldwide overall. It received numerous awards and what have you, and all that jazz. I think you know the rest. But as for our cast, I will say I love them. Julie Andrews, definitely great as Maria. Christopher Plummer plays Captain Von Trapp. Very good performance. Eleanor Parker playing the Baroness. Richard Hayden playing Max Detweiler. And more. And here's more. We have Peggy Wood playing Mother Abbess. Yeah, all the cast was pretty good, and especially the Von Trapp children. Charmian Carr as Liesel, the eldest of the group. Nicholas Hammond as Frederick. Heather Menzies, whom we sadly lost a few years ago, as Louisa. Dwayne Chase as Kurt. Angela Cartwright as Brigitte. Debbie Turner as Marta. And Kim Karat as Gretel. Those were all very good. I'm gonna say, I must admit, I think as much as Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer did, I think the kids who played the Von Trapp children really stole the show. They were absolutely amazing. I loved the performances we got from them. The music's absolutely real good, of course. Of course, we know a lot of the songs from it, including the theme song to the movie, and of course, my favorite things. Whew. That's all I can tell you. So, with a good cast, a good story, a good set of music, and all that jazz, would I recommend The Sound of Music? Most definitely. I guess this has now become a favorite of mine. I might think of revisiting this again one day. But after a first time watch, I must I must admit that The Sound of Music is definitely a good movie. That's about it. So, what are your thoughts on The Sound of Music? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Disney's first ever animated classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you might want to check out some of these other fun-filled vids and what have you, or catch up on one of them. In the upper left-hand corner, if you would like to see, well, more of Julie Andrews, you can see my review of Mary Poppins, which is in a back-to-back review with its sequel, Mary Poppins Returns, in which Emily Blunt played the title character. Or if you want another great musical, go to the upper right-hand corner for my review of one of my favorites, The Wizard of Oz. Or if you want to hear what I have to say for this month, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my recent pickups and my schedule announcement in case you might have missed it, or if you want to see it again if you'd like. But anyway, oh yeah, and I also bring up my upcoming Q&A, which you can send me up to 5 questions tops or less by December 31st. So you can leave me questions in the comment section or just give them to me via your messenger. I'll allow that. I'll just have to write those down, okay? In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.